So today I've woken up and I'm actually feeling okay. There's about probably, I don't know, a 4 out of 10 pain. So in the scheme of things of how bad my pain has been, it's like pretty bad pain still. But I am able to smile and enjoy this amazing morning. I guess that maybe I've accepted it, I've surrendered to it, and that's why I've woken up and ready to just tackle things now as to how best I can. So I'm now going through in my head what I can do with my legs, every machine and everything that I can use. I think that there's plenty of exercises I can do without picking up something, and I am going to be in meditating, doing mind-body connection, thinking about training shoulders, thinking about training back to keep those areas of my body aware, and just pray that they stay, that I've done enough work over the last year. I kind of think I have. I can't see myself losing too much. I kind of think the universe gave me the big delts that I've been to sport in the last few weeks in preparation for this, because the universe knew this was coming. So I kind of also have got this attitude this morning. I just don't know where it came from. It's just like I've just woken up a completely different person, that this has happened for a reason. Now, my life hasn't been easy, I would say, and most people who have known me for quite a few years know that I've had a very rough trot with life, throwing me a lot of curveballs and a lot of really hard challenges that have tested me emotionally, physically and financially. I'm kind of hoping that this roadblock doesn't come with a 10 grand price tag. So yeah, I just think this has happened. I've got to look at it positively. I'm not going to let it wear me down. I'm smiling today for the first time in I think this is day 18 of the severe pain. And I think that maybe the pain management we might be starting to get a little bit of a handle on. I know I'm strong. I've got a very strong pain threshold. I just don't think people understand how bad the pain is, and I guess you don't know it until you've seen someone go through it or you experience it yourself. So that's why I'm kind of documenting it. There's nothing like it. So anyway, enough about pain. You're sick of talking about pain. Today we talk about being positive through the pain, and get me to stage, and that's all we need to do, and then positively get me on the table recovered, and I'm going to have the most epic summer and Christmas ever. Today is Thursday. Can't remember what day we're up to of day of pain. The physio, the idea of the physio is that it will give me some relief. It has in some parts, I guess, holding my shoulder and having my shoulder strapped in a way I can really tell. Well, I could tell from the photos from the last 4 weeks anyway. That was the photo 4 weeks ago that I saw that my right shoulder was like this far above my left shoulder, because I'm holding it up because I'm in pain. So the strapping is trying to bring that shoulder back down a little bit. The pain, he said, is quite intense at a nerve point in the back of my scapula there, right scapula, like where the sort of rhomboids are. Where the nerves sort of meet and branch off. That meeting point there is where my intense pain is. Okay, so I'm just leaving the surgeon. So these things, as he explained, prehistorically, people would have this and they would get sent away from the doctor because the doctors didn't have MRI machines, and the people would go away and live with this excruciating pain and, take whatever things that they had, probably drunk a lot of wine back in those days, and it would go away. So the surgeon isn't ready to just cut my neck open after now 3 weeks of pain he will wait. He will wait for at least another 3 weeks for making that call. If we do go ahead with it, it's pretty full on. So I've got 2 bulging discs, and I have obviously a compressed nerve. I've also got like little bits of bone fluttering around everywhere. I've got spurs, so I need could get a disc replacement, which he said is probably likely, which sounds pretty full on. Bone graft and a fusion. So I'm assuming they take a little bit of bone from somewhere else to put into my neck, or have the disc replacement, which he said is probably more than likely. For the meantime, to try and deal with the pain, trying to find somewhere for a nerve block, which is like a cortisone injection into the C7 cervical spine. So that's where my damage is. So where all of my pain is in the pec, all at the back of my shoulder, all down my arm, the numb fingers, that comes from the C7. So you know, the sports physician, he knew that before he even looked at the CT, or the MRI. Somewhere the pain is coming back. So the funny pain that I've been feeling, I said to him, is that the medication? And he said, no, that's just how this works. And I do end up with more pain at the end of the day. I'm just beside myself trying to figure out how I'm going to work next week. Anyway, I said, oh, so it's got like a schedule, does it? Like, it's like a raging, you know, someone's doing voodoo on me at 7 p.m. every night, and that's what time. And he said, well, for everybody else it might be at 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I get my wave of severe intense pain at that time of night. So at least I know that that's coming, that my main wave is going to be at 7 o'clock. I can try mentally prepare, but anyway, it actually feels like it's coming on now. Like, I'm in pretty much a lot of pain right now. So yeah, so when I say I'm in pain, it's like in the back of my shoulder here. I can barely hold on to the steering wheel. You know, I couldn't fill out the form back there then. I couldn't hold on to the pen to fill out the form, because holding onto the pen and moving my hand, it hurt my forearm and my elbow. Like, it just sounds so bad when I describe it that I'm kind of like, oh my god, like, why aren't they fixing this? Why are we just waiting for this to try and fix itself? Like, I'm deteriorating, it's obvious to me, but we'll see what happens, and try and remain positive that, like, it does fix itself, because, you know, it's a month's recovery, he said. So, you know, after my last surgery, I don't even know if I've got a month worth of long service and sick leave left. That raises a huge issue as well. So I've just had what I'm calling my witching hour. Just got out of the shower. Fuck, I look lean. I'm wasting away. It was intense and it was bad. I was coming back from taking Lily to her friends. Oh God, I can't hold my phone. And it's this arm, because obviously everything's in the right side. Anyway, before I got in the shower, I had my hemp oil. So I've had a couple of drops. I don't want to go too crazy, because I was never like a big marijuana fan, so I'm like just a little bit hesitant. I'm a little bit scared, to be honest, of it. But I do know the therapeutic benefits of it, and when my parents give it the tick of approval to say, yeah, it really works. And I've watched so many people with like the skin conditions that I've got as well that have said that it's amazing. But I know that for pain, it's meant to be amazing. So my plan of attack is to be home from 7 p.m. because my time of wave of pain that is scheduled in on my body clock, as the surgeon says, that's my time, is at 7 o'clock. So around 7:30, 7 o'clock, I need to have that hemp oil before this starts, because it's literally, look at my face. I feel like this is like just sucking the life out of me. Anyway, I need to have it before 7 o'clock so that I survive my witching hour. Yeah. While I'm during the witching hour, I can't shower, because during that time, the hot water on my back feels like acid going into my skin. So that's something different that I've never experienced before, and so that's part of it as well. You know, you've got 1,000 little nerve endings coming out of your skin. So anyway, let's hope that Sky sleeps well tonight. So the nerve medication has increased as well, so that should send me out to a beautiful sleep within the next half hour. Good night. So it's like 3 a.m. This is another concern, having to go back to work because I just wake up through the night. But I guess the hemp oil have worked a little bit, because usually I'm up a couple of times before now. So yeah, I took some Panadol because I know it sounds like it's a bit light, but they always seem to, I remember coming out of surgery and Panadol was something they told me to take. So anyway, that's in my pain management plan. So I have taken that, and the heat bags, put a heat bag on my shoulder. And this is another point where I get sore. So I've been saying for like ages, when I go to get my massages, and complaining that I've constantly got this pain here and it feels like gristle. It's another part of it. So I did have these signs for like so long, but now I'm joining the dots together, I guess, because I wasn't seeing a doctor. And so I'm all into my alternative therapies, and I'm kind of kicking myself, because my dad's always said, you know, like with things with my shoulder, have you been to the doctor about it? Have you been to the doctor about it? And I know, I'm going to the chiropractor. Like, they know what they're doing, and it's all muscular. And it wasn't. So all of the pain that I've been feeling for like so long, I'm talking like years, was leading up to this. So I kind of need to send that message, like for the probably 5 people that watch this, 2 people. If you have reoccurring pain in the same spot constantly and no one can massage it out, no chiropractor can crack it out, you need to go to the doctor. Do not leave it like I have, because we could have been treating this 4 years ago. You know, I've had pins and needles in my hands for 5 years when I wake up. Like, it's been not every day, but yeah, I feel like an idiot for not getting it checked sooner. But anyway, whatevs. So yeah, hopefully what I do now is put this on. I've had this for years. It just seems to last forever. It's never ending. I bought this from Carl from One Big Heart in Camden. It smells amazing. It's called Cheerful Mind. And yeah, it's just got some beautiful essential oils in it that I just love. Well, a mixture of them, and so it's just like really beautiful. And it's an oil, so I had been rubbing it on my arm after the witching hour to just sort of calm myself down.